hello race fans. We are at Pocono. We have qualified fourth. Number 2 car qualified fourth, so
P4.
That's fine. Anywhere up near the front is good. Looks like this is a 50-lap race. 18 cars. Yeah, 18 cars, and we're fourth. I'll take that.
Afternoon, all. How are we doing?
Good morning here.
The fun of racing in the middle of the day, North America time.
Good luck, gentlemen. Have fun.
That's to be determined still.
Well, it's a bit different from Homestead, at least.
It's very overcast. It's a very cloudy day.
What, this isn't what you think of when you think of California? Oh, no, shit, we're not in California. We're not even far. Ignore me.
Pennsylvania.
That old Michael Waltrip commercial.
It's exactly what I think of when I think of the Northeast. But then it is also exactly what it's like outside
it's
today.
Typical for New York, New England type of overcast. Wait a minute, it'll change.
Oh, come on, guys. Really?
P4, 50
Well,
laps.
it says you're going to the I'm going to put it on pole by a 10th and then not have it.
Follow car number 08 in the outside lane.
Congrats, Will, on your technical pole.
Yeah, well, Sergio does that. He'll get a good pit position, but anyway, I'll take it when I get it.
Basically just counting on the
Justice
caution.
for the outside line.
That makes me feel better about hitting the wall on my second lap.
I don't know what was wrong with me. I was just slower than what I was in practice. I can't really explain what I did wrong.
Yeah, draft and practice. Warm up your tires, all kinds of stuff goes on.
Yeah, I ran a lap with the qualifying setup, and I ran a 6. And this qualifying, I ran a 9. So that was, I don't know.
And I keep going, I'm turning for the second time, it must be time to go green.
3 times the charm.
All
All right,
right.
be safe. Can't win it in the first lap, guys. Don't dive bomb 3 wide off 2.
I believe that's what Sergio's counting on, though. All right.
Go. Three wide, clear high. Car down low, clear all round. Inside. Still there. Still there. Got a car low. Still there. Still there. still there. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear inside.
I do not know why he tried to go
You-
to
you
my
okay, bud?
outside in that corner. That was
Yep,
the
thanks for the
the
space.
second he
Appreciate it.
lifted, he was going to the wall. Or the second he switched his line, he was going to the wall. There was no other place to go.
Car outside. Hold your line. Clear high. V2, the leader has just done a 41.9.
I'm impressed by whoever that was being able to save it, or he obviously hit the wall, but was able to keep her going straight. Didn't get a caution or anything.
You've just done a 41.9. The guy behind has just done a 42.0. Fastest lap for Campbell, 41.4. Okay, Craig. Fuel window opens on lap 18 and will close on lap 29.
Close, Craig.
Alright,
Front.
That lap time was 41.9. Carlo. Still there. Still there. Clear low.
car number 1. Almost 5K operating.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just got in the wall off 3.
Oh, he's going very slow.
Sir, that is a very bad place to be slow.
I was thinking the same thing.
Me too. That last lap was at 41.9. Okay, Craig. Lap times are pretty consistent. Carlo. Inside's clear.
Did not want to go 3 wide.
Car inside. Clear low.
Yeah, sorry, Craig.
Carlo.
Woo! I think we both got away with it.
P3. Guy behind has just done a
Oh, no.
41.5.
No, I got damage.
Clear inside.
That was a bit of a risky move in the tunnel turn.
I got a meatball here.
Inside.
God damn it. Sorry, bud.
He's still there.
Your
Clear
rear wing
inside.
looks fine.
Says wheel. Watch me here, Matty.
I'm watching little elf, sir.
Oh! I also have damage.
Yeah, I had it. I got a setup at work.
P2, that lap was at 42.4.
How'd I get a meatball from that? Your front wing's still on.
Well, that's what...
Placed it with the weight check wing.
Yeah, that's what I'm confused by. I mean, it does say my front wing's damaged, but that doesn't really make sense because your car should have taken nothing.
22 seconds required and 2 minutes of option.
What?
I'm going to come back out. Because I can't stand the lead lap here. I got it.
Wow.
Your lap time was 42.4.
How's there anything wrong with your wings?
Come back!
Yeah, I should have lifted when I saw him. When I saw him understeering to the outside wall, I should have known he wasn't going to be able to like pull it back and not come into that spot. So I should have lifted earlier so we didn't touch. I was just really focused on not losing my momentum. But yeah, the fact that my front wing is still attached, apparently it's damaged, but it's still attached, and he has 2 minutes of repairs from that is crazy. It should be the other way around. The front wing should be gone, and his car should basically be...
Just done at 42.0.
So I got to be careful here and make sure that I stay in Will. I'm only keeping up here because I have Will's draft. With a damaged front wing, the second I go clean air, I'll just start falling back.
I need a yellow in about 4 or 5 laps. I can get back in this fuel pit.
Oh, Will, that was where I wanted to go. And thus why that's where he went.
I'm pulling away from Will.
P2. That lap time was 42.1.
So the problem is I really don't like this gap we have. Actually, the gap's fine. Because I'm going to lose 5 seconds replacing my front wing. So I guess that'll put me back in that group. And then hopefully that group doesn't fight and we can catch back up to these two.
times are pretty consistent.
Or do I pit early, repair the damage, hope for a caution that'll put me back at the lead?
Your last lap time was at 42.2.
I think that's what we do. See what I could do with a couple laps of clean air.
Your lap time was at 42.0.
Because if a caution comes out, I'm going to lose like 8 spots while the front wing is fixed. Just through everyone being so bunched
All right.
up.
Yellow here and time to be good.
Not today, thank you.
That's just my feelings or anybody's of me.
That lap was at 42.1.
Crap.
Oh, yeah. That's the tell.
Okay, Craig. That's good consistency. Keep it up. Pit window open. You've just done a 41.9. Pit lane speed limit is 97
Dun, dun,
kilometers per hour.
dun.
100 meters. 50 meters. Your exit is clear. Watch the white line. We've got a full course yellow.
Ooh, a little too late. Won't help me.
I was just about to pit. I was going to do the halfway strategy.
Oh, well, so was I.
Juan Pablo, 14, Underlay. Go, go, go. Go, go, Sanchez. Go, go.
Race cars out. Line up single file behind car number 11. Safety cars out. Pits are closed.
Okay, that right there was very important.
Setting up in a 1. You'll probably be out of 1 by the time you get it.
Eves, let's go. Catch up, guys. Come on. Cesar. They can pit and be done by the time we get across the start-finish line. Let's go. Eves, go. Go, go, go. Snug up.
Coming out, too.
All right, we'll be all right.
Now, how did I come out ahead of you having to repair my front wing, Will?
I went in just with the yellow,
Full course yellow. Pits are closed.
and so you were ahead of me.
Safety cars
When the yellow
out.
came
Pits
out.
are now open.
I mean, I'm going to take it. This means we're in first.
The leader is pitting now.
Second, because someone stayed out. Oh, no.
Okay, Craig. We're halfway home. We estimate.
Tommy, you're not going to
25
pit.
laps of fuel left.
Really?
Ah, you're fine.
So Todd just got screwed by Tommy staying out.
Why did we stop there? We could have let people by when we got to the turn.
All right, we got extremely lucky. We went in. I mean, if we'd stayed out and it pitted during under the caution, again, we had a 5-second repair. We would be back in 7th, 8th.
The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 22 Celsius.
All right, he just wanted to lead a lap.
For it. All right, thanks.
The leader,
If you were,
Mason,
I
is
had to
pitting.
pit, so I just needed to know. That's all.
He just wanted to lead a lap.
Okay, Craig, get ready. Race will resume at the end of
Oh,
this lap.
I get it. It just had a lot to do with what I was trying to do here. I need another quick yellow.
Like Sarah Fisher, you gotta get one.
That's my buddy. Good job, Tony. I just needed to know. I need one more quick yellow here, guys.
Nope.
Take it easy, Juan.
No, drive reckless, Juan. But don't take anybody out.
I'm sure he's a great guy. I just don't want to meet him by accident.
He definitely spins at every corner.
Okay. Now the question burning on my mind, do I have enough fuel? Pretty sure I do. Not 100%.
Move up, whoever you are.
Green flag, we're racing. You're leading.
Pull the wheel. Fight well.
Still there. Clear low.
Okay, we're good on fuel.
V2, the leader was just down 41.7. Are outside. That lap was at 42.1. He is still there. Clear hammer, car outside. Still there. Clear outside.
Alright, we'll set ourselves up better for this one.
Car high.
Clear him before the
Still
corner.
there. You're now in the lead. Clear high.
Ooh. Woo. Didn't have to lift that time.
Car inside. Still there. Still there. They're inside.
Come on, yellowed up. Oh, shit.
Full course yellow, watch out.
You zigged and I zagged. Sorry, we met at the
Car
same
is
spot.
out. Line up single file behind car number
I have let the
09.
pace car by.
Safety cars out, pits are closed.
Yep.
I missed it, and I'm in P6 or 7. But now I got to pit. Try to get some of this damage fixed. It's still fast. The steering wheel's sideways, but it's still fast.
Yeah, I miss the days when you could go into the pits and reset it to straight.
I had 3 gallons of fuel left.
Sorry, 18. It looked like you got sideways and then saved it and then started going around again when I was going to get around you. So I'm sorry for the role I played in that. I think that was 18.
Pits are open.
The Players Club car, I thought it was Forsythe, but I'm glad it wasn't, but it looked like it was for a second.
Means there's a teammate out here. Someone in a player's livery. I didn't see who it was. Whoop. Let's not blow up the engine.
Alright, Craig, you want to watch your water temperature?
It's
Where's the
looking a
pace
little
car,
high.
Matt?
Right over the tunnel.
Nice. I'm going to get all my repairs done.
Safety car is out. Pits are now
No, I
open.
won't. Get a lot of it done here. Maybe I can get another pit before we go green.
Just entering through now.
Okay.
You did it.
Safety car in this lap.
Oh yeah, she better.
Think of how one of your tires will be here when you catch up.
Alright, so we're going to go green with 15 to go.
Snug up, Tommy.
All right, Todd, I just got out of the pit, man. They're right there.
Sorry, pal. I'm a little anxious today, ain't I?
I mean, I'm just more race aware than other people. I promise.
you're going to have to pit, Adam. It's probably drive-through.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's a drive-through penalty. It should tell you on screen.
Let's go.
Green flag.
Thanks, Adam.
V2. Outside. The lap time was at 44.1. Still there. Clear outside.
You killed my air, man.
Sorry, I'll get you back up here.
He got wide too, man. Sorry, he slowed up.
You're in the lead.
Come on, man.
Last lap was at 41.7.
I was pretty quick to explain it. He slowed up. Caught his air.
No way am I staying on that outside line. Nope, nope, nope.
I was also in there the previous lap.
Here you go, dude. There you go.
Who likes those outside lines? I do not. Except here.
The guy behind has just done a car line. Hold your line. They're inside. Got a car high. Still there. Clear high.
Okay, should have drafted me better.
Still there. Still there. Clear low. Car outside.
Lordy,
Still there.
well, this isn't good. What are we, 10 laps to go? Alright, we're fighting now.
Still there. Clear outside. Inside. Still there. Hold your line. Still there. Still there. Still there. Still there. Hold your line. Clear low. You're now in the lead. Full course
Second record.
But netcode, or did I come down on you?
Good racing, Brainer.
How many cars we got left now? 10 or so?
I wasn't on the lead lap right now.
Pace cars out. Line up single file behind the pace car. Safety cars out. Pits are closed.
Big old chunk of net code, more than the wheel's width in it. Great.
You coming, Pete?
See if we can burn off 4 liters of fuel.
Track temperature is increasing. It's now 24 Celsius. Full course yellow. Pits are closed.
No giving up track position here. Alright, so we're going to go green with 5 to go.
Your water temperature looks quite high.
I don't want to admit I'll take another caution, but I'll take another caution.
Sorry, I was looking at the 15. I thought his nose blink was gone. From that wreck there.
The track temp's increasing. It's now 27 Celsius.
Oh yeah.
Safety
Boop.
car is out. Pits are now open. Okay, Craig, your engine temperatures are okay. All
Always forget
clear
to do
on
that.
engine temperatures.
Shameless plug time?
Nothing else going on.
No, don't watch their channels, watch mine.
Well, you got to type it in up there.
To be fair, I am the only one who was driving around with a big fat YouTube logo and my name on it, so...
Get ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap.
Ah.
I've never recovered from a meatball and finished on the lead lap. Of course, this race ain't over. I could crash still, but that'd be kind of nuts.
So Juan's been playing jumpstart games.
Good man.
Green, 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 let's go.
Generally, you want to go as late as possible at Pocono because the draft is so strong. But he kept trying to time a millisecond before the green flag. So we just went early and caught him unawares. You would generally never go early here because he's going to get a huge run down this straight.
That lap time was 43.7.
As long as they keep fighting now. Perfect, they're fighting.
Behind is now 1.0.
I've learned my lesson. Down after one, there's, if you try and do the low line, there's a huge bump, a huge mystery bump that I did not know about one race, and murderized myself. I think that was last season.
Jesus Christ, you guys.
I called it. I knew he was going to do something like that.
I
That's it. That was
think
why
we just won.
He just couldn't hold his line.
Yeah, Brandon. I got up to P4, I think. Thought I had you there, but all right.
That was good fun. I don't know who that was that I got to the outside of just before the tunnel turn, but that was really close.
It's closed.
That was one Will Stearns, I believe. I was on your inside. I almost had you guys. Almost had you. I would have been up second, I think. Hey, good win, Craig. Nice job recovering.
I'm going to try and get him on the outside, but then the 16 got backed up into the tunnel turn, and I lost that. But looks like third, so I'll take that.
That caution saved the first caution saved my bacon because I should have been 5 seconds behind Will. So did not expect to end up being the lead after that when the caution came out.
Yeah, great job, buddy. Sorry about the contact. I thought I had you cleared. It said clear, but you know that is coming off the corner. It's about a second behind reality.
No, I saw you sliding up. I should have lifted more. But I really didn't think we were going to hit hard enough to cause either of us damage.
As much as we run together, dude, I shouldn't have put you in that situation, especially that early in the race. Last lap or something, okay, but I shouldn't have put you in that situation.
Yeah, eventually I'm going to see what happened to you. We will go through the replays, Matty.
Pits are open.
But we timed that final restart perfectly because, as I said, Juan had been trying to time and jump the restarts every time, knowing that, you know, I was just going to wait for the green flag. So instead, we flat out didn't. And that gave us the gap. Technically, I guess that gave us the gap that meant those guys behind us, second, third, fourth, and I guess fifth, were all ended up in a monster fight. which is what caused that last caution. I guess that works out for me. But I guess Will and Juan came together. Just too bad, because Will should have had second. All right, Craig, the race is not over. Cross the start-finish line. The problem with the starts from the leaders, the problem with the starts is that the draft is so strong. So from the leader's perspective, you need to leave it till the second the green flag comes out. Because if you go early and the guy behind you is on your ass, he will pass you before the end of turn one, or at least get sideways with you in going into turn one. So if you leave it for the green flag, everyone has to start in a row. No one's able to get a run into turn one to compromise you going down the chute to the tunnel turn. So which is why generally you just wait till the green flag here. Unless the guy who's in second is doing weird things and you decide you're just going to go early. The problem is you go early, generally gonna get passed before the end of turn one.
Great win. You deserved that today.
But a lot of it was because Juan was doing that. I mean, he was delaying. He was sitting the back really far, even going into like 2 and then 3, which was causing everyone behind to have to do quick bunch ups, which is never good either. All right, so we got first. Federico got second, and Brandon got third. Todd was able to crawl back to fourth, and yeah, I think he was saying that fighting there, he felt confident he was going to be battling for second. So the important part was he was not going to be battling for first. So what happened there on the?
Yep, that was definitely 16. Dude, you're gonna have to learn to hold your line.
Lip. Back.
Watch it from my cockpit. It's crazy.
Sorry, what was that?
Watch Willie's wreck from my cockpit.
That's pretty bad. 16.
Kind of totally unnecessary, but
he's got a 1955 iRating, so he's not new.
And I recognize names,
but he's not a 3000.
And I know when to be cautious.
Mistakes are going to happen, but
for some reason,
he should have been able to see.
He said he was the problem. All right, such as like
cockpit. Depends on what his field of view is. I mean, I can see him out of my third monitor. I can see Will right here. But I'm guessing he's got tunnel vision on whoever's on Federico. Full tunnel vision on Federico, ignoring the fact that that's who's Will's following. No, he doesn't even have I guess he kind of has tunnel vision. If you back it up far enough, you can see Federico is here and going to the inside, and he's just trying to follow him. And it's like, well, no, there's a car to your inside, man. Whoop! He's lucky he landed on his wheels. Yeah, exactly. I'm assuming that even with the wider field of view that you'd want in a single monitor, it's not enough, because the car, when I was seeing it, was still half a foot behind your mirror. And I'm betting most single monitor guys I assume they have the mirrors right at the edge of their screens, and that's it. But yeah, just came down and murdered Will. So yeah, Will's fully right to be angry about that. So where were those guys fighting at that point? Where was Todd? Okay, so Todd was just sitting there getting the draft run. Alright, let's go back and watch all the... maybe my next incident will actually work for a change. Where did the guy who qualified first end up? Sergio. Okay, he died. He's in 14th, down 18 laps, so he got taken out in one of the wrecks. Wow, was I that bad at that restart? Or that start? Craig, why are you not further up? Me. Yeah, that's the one thing I like. I don't use iOverlay, but I've run through it to see what it has, and I think it's like the same idea as what ACC has, as far as cars beside you type idea. I think RaceLab apps that I use has something kind of similar to it, but it's not as nice. And for me, with the triple monitors, I just use the lights that just tell me, yeah, there's a car to your left, and I look over, and yeah, there he is. That was a terrible start, Craig. That is god awful. Jesus. Let's move on, because I don't want to see any more of that. That was terrible. So you've got to be you've got to be aware of the aero wash, right? If you're going to start sliding up, I'm powering through the corner, and he's coming out on the power into my aero wash. At that point, you need to lift, because if you stay on the power, boop. Oh, that was you. That was Todd. Todd. Wait, no, that wasn't Todd. That's not even the right color, Craig. What's that? Brian? No. Wow. Okay, Juan Pablo. Okay. Oh wait, is that the one that... No, that's Juan Lorento. That was the one on the final start. Yeah, it is. It's the one, as you say, Maddie. It's the one like with just the single lights without having the triple monitors. You don't know if that car is right beside you or, 2 lanes up. That's where, yeah, the triples make that a little bit easier. I just need as limited information as I can possibly have distracting me on my screen. There's already a million things going on. Oh, yeah. There's going to be a lot of just light rubs on the wall. Oof. Light rubs on the wall. Harder rubs on the... Wah! Good Lord. So that's just Guilherme carrying a ton of speed. Not, Brian hits the wall and loses that little bit of momentum where Guilherme was too close to compensate, right? He's and straight into him. Less than a second. What's he going to do? Racing incident. Oof, what? Oh, okay. So this is Guilherme going into the corner, not realizing he doesn't have a right front wing. That happens a lot. I do that all the time, where it's just monkey see, monkey do, right? You're just like, yep, I'm following him. Yep, he's understeering into the wall. Yep, I'm understeering into the wall. Yep, we've both hit the wall. So that's Guilherme. He has to know he's damaged, but he must not know that he's missing his, like, how damaged he is, that he's full on missing that right front wing. And with that, he's not, like, you're not turning left. You have no downforce on your right front wheel. And your right front wheel is what carries all of the temperature and pressure going around the corner. So that's why he basically just goes straight to the wall. And then what is that? Is that Laurent? Just the unlucky guy who decided I'm going to do the top line because that's, you know, searching for clean air. So he's got this car in front of him who's going to go low. He's got Guilherme who's looking like he's going to do the middle. So Laurent's like, I'm going to run the outside line in this corner. Not knowing there's a car there. Just a wall tap. It's if you watch in mine, any of the times I got arrow wash when doing the crossover, I lifted every time. You have to lift to resettle the car. Otherwise you're gonna arrow wash straight into the outside wall. It might just be a light tap, or it might not. Oh, that's me and Todd, okay. I should have lifted more. He was clear. It's just I had more speed. And that, you could see the moment at which I realized he's going to come up to the outside wall. So I tried to cut under. I should have just tapped the brakes. You could see the full off throttle. It's like, whoa. Whoa. How was that? Like, I fully understand. My front wing getting bent up, there should have been no damage on Todd's car at all. That's iRacing being dumb. Okay. Whatever, iRacing. Boop. Is that it? Yeah, that was it. That was it, Maddie. That was you following me up to the outside wall. I'm following Will's arrow wash. Just hit the wall, and then you hit the wall. Same. There's the crossover right there into the wall. And so that's the exact same thing. If you're going to end up doing the crossover from the under and power through the corner, the second you hit the arrow wash, you need to just pop throttle back on the throttle. Otherwise, that's going to happen. Ooh. Who's that? Doug went for a ride. Okay, that's a real wall tap. Whenever Marshall was standing right at pit entrance, they ducked. Oh God, who was the other driver? Jack Villeneuve and who on BAR when they're like betting on each other to not lift. It wasn't Button, it predated Button. Why are you showing me a caution? Oh, he just touched the apron. Recover. No, oh, ah. So that's unfortunate. Brandon just guessed wrong. So he sees whoever that is in front of him, Sergio. He sees Sergio touch the apron and get loose. And you could see he was starting high to go low, but he sees Sergio now wibble wobbling. So he makes the decision, okay, I'm gonna go on the outside. I'm gonna go pass him on the outside until he sees Sergio move to the outside. Now at this point, it's two cars watching each other. Zonta, right, Ricardo. It's two drivers watching each other and both doing the exact same thing. They're basically mirror driving each other without meaning to. So Sergio sees Brandon coming to the outside. Now, he moved to the outside to let him go on the inside, but now sees Brandon going to the outside. So he's like, oh God, I need to get out of his way. I'm going to move to the inside. At the same time that Brandon goes, oh my God, he's moving to the outside. I need to go to the inside. Two drivers both trying to do the right thing. That's all that is. Why do you keep showing me cars under caution? Oop. That was the one where they were saying there was still a wheel width of netcode. Oh, Maddie, that was you. That was how you died. Ah. With Pete. Yep. Wheel width and netcode. And that was just him coming off the corner. That's all that was, just that little move. But that little move, iRacing stopped reading him, and he was like that, and iRacing was like, oh no, he kept doing this. He kept driving straight towards Maddie. Day done. I mean, this one's fuel mileage works here if the race is longer. Well, I mean, all he was doing was just, a little wobble. That's just down the straight, a little right? That's not, I mean, half a lane. Some guys are smoother than other. Yes, I'm not going to disagree. I'm not going to disagree. But in the end, you guys weren't going to touch. You've got all different. That's where a lot of it is learning the drivers, knowing how they drive. And you base a lot of that when you don't know the drivers off of their iRating. Honestly, it's easier in the IndyCar to drive drivers based on their iRating because we usually end up with single splits or two splits where most of, you'll have drivers in the 5,000 range driving with drivers in the 1,500 range. So with that level of split, you have a good idea of how, the lower number drivers are going to drive, unless you actually know them and then you just know, no, they never do official. They actually do nothing but league racing and they're great. And there's a lot of those guys. If you do a lot of league racing, you learn there are a lot of guys that they could not be arsed to do official races. And they've got a C-level license with a 1,600 iRating. And yet they win races in league racing. Because they can't be bothered to, official. Who cares? You have to deal with all the crazy people. I do official because I think for me it keeps up reflexes of dealing and interacting with other drivers. I mean, it's the same. We had a dark horse race on the weekend there where we were lapping. We were at Milwaukee, and Milwaukee is all about the traffic. It's if you get by the cars quickly, you're going to win the race. If you can't get by the cars quickly, you're doomed. And we had one stint where we were in second and my teammate was I think I was in third, my teammate was in second. And we got held up for like 15 laps just because we could not get by a lapped car. Just because we weren't used to, he was new to the track too. I think he'd only bought it earlier that week. So he wasn't sure where the lines was. I did not want to get on the radio and like berate. So it's just like, all right, we need to figure out a way by the guy. Oh, and I have that happen to me a lot where, because I'm a chronic fuel saver, where I sit behind guys, it's what I do. What was I doing behind Will for all those laps? Just sitting there in map 3, waiting. Why? Does that end up biting you in the ass sometimes? Yeah. Yeah, when you get someone behind you who decides I need to go and I need to go now, and they push and end up taking you out. And it's like, well, geez, if I'd just put it into map 1 and gone by, I would never have been involved in that. Everything is odds, right? You've got you're racing, but you're like, is there going to be a caution come out? Why did I go in right then? Why did I go in when I had the damaged wing under green? It was because I knew I would come out in clean air ahead of the path, like ahead of everyone, because Pocono's long enough you can come out without losing a lap. But I figured that would be, I'd have enough time in map 1, foot down. I might make up some time. And the worst that was going to happen was it stayed green and I'd come out, I'd be amongst that second pack and we'd all be racing. But that was going to happen anyway. And if a caution came out, beautiful. What ended up happening? Caution came out, got the lead. Despite having a front wing change. I still have no understanding how Will did not come out ahead of me. But I will take it. And the big thing is, you're in IndyCar, I think more than any other. I mean, NASCAR has the ones where you're trying to decide, are you taking tires or are you taking tires or are you just getting fuel? That's a whole mystery thing. I don't do NASCAR enough to understand which tracks you do take tires and which tracks you don't, blah, 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 blah. But that's the strategy games that they play. Everything about IndyCar is a strategy game. It's when you come in. So if you watch the Milwaukee race as well, every time I pitted, once we came in, I think we were in 4th, pitted early to undercut, came out, jumped 3rd, did the exact same undercut the next time, and jumped up to 2nd. It's making those, but it's risk, as Doug says, it's risk versus reward. Because at a track like Milwaukee, you're a lap down when you pit. Track like Milwaukee, like Pocono, it's not, or Michigan or Indy, where you come out still on the lead lap, it negates a lot of that risk. Like, it's a big gamble to do an undercut at Milwaukee. Huge dividends if it pays off. Like, if it stays green, you are going to jump anyone that stays out every single time. Not the same risk for the bigger tracks, but there's also not as big a payoff because the undercut is usually not as big or doesn't exist at all. You might not gain time in the undercut, but you might gain the ability to go, I come in now, we get a caution in 2 laps. And don't challenge me, Doug. I might do it in whenever Richmond goes live. I should probably do some laps at Richmond to figure out what it is, because I haven't done any laps in it yet. You might, a track like Indianapolis where you come out and then there's a caution and everyone has to pit and you end up, you made up a position or something. You never know. You're always gambling that way. It was cool. It's 23 degrees right now. What was it, 24 during the race? But it was also super overcast. Where are we? Well, that looks familiar. Oh, this was the last one. This was Will and... Yeah, this was the exact same... Basically the same idea, but Juan just continues the turn. Where Matty, for yours, where he saw it and did the jut back, but iRacing didn't catch up with that in time. In this one, he just kept going. Whee! Temps are all over the place. Like, it's more important than ever now to have a wind display up. Like, tracks like Indy, where turn 4, turn 2, murder you if you understeer, you're on the power too early, you understeer into the outside wall. You need to see which way the wind is blowing as you're coming into that turn, those two turns. And it's the same for a lot of the other tracks. We had one race a couple weeks when Tempest first came out where the wind was swirling throughout the race. It was like there was a tornado in the middle of the track that was rotating, so the wind was rotating. And as you went into each corner, it was in a different direction. It was bizarre, but it was also like 27-kilometer winds, which is like 18 miles an hour. It was crazy. That was like a couple of weeks, whenever Tempest first came out, one of those races there that I streamed. And we're just watching it as it goes around. It's like, I was really happy with that RaceLab apps. At this point, I'm only using RaceLab apps still because I like their fuel calculator. I have an issue with some of the information that the fuel calculator is missing, which I've had since before it even went pay, and the guy has still not added it because he doesn't seem to care. But I think it's really because he doesn't understand how important knowing total fuel to the end of the race is in a car like the IndyCar, where we have a habit of timing tires to fuel. So there's another overlay that I use, which is ancient, which is Crew Chief, which is Sim Racing Apps, which has a fuel calculator in it that tells me how much fuel I need to get to the end of the race, not to the, RaceLab Apps does to like the next stint. So, it'll say you need full fuel. You need full fuel. You need 30 more liters or, 10 gallons. Well, what would have been really good was if you told me I needed, what is a full tank in gallons? 18 and a half. That I needed 28 and a half gallons to get to the end, one pit stop earlier, so I could have added 16 gallons instead of 18 gallons and saved a second. And that's the only reason I still have that old overlay system up on my other monitor, is to tell me fuel. Is because, if you're doing full fuel and tires are 5 seconds, full fuel is 7.2. So if you can time the tires to the fuel, that's 2.2 seconds. But you need to make sure that you're not going to underfill yourself and to the end of the race. So that's where you start watching and that becomes extra important when you're a guy like me that does so much fuel saving in various races. You need to know, it's like, okay, so I've cut out a fuel stop, on lap 8. I'm already watching my fuel calculation to the end of the race, knowing, okay, we, in this league, we use 52 and a half liters. And to get to the end of the race, I'm looking up, we're doing 108 liters. Okay, so I need to save 3 more liters throughout the race to make a two-stop strategy can work already, where all of the other overlays don't tell you that stuff. It's silly. Don't get me wrong. They're direct. They're direct. The 5-lap average, the 10-lap average, that type of stuff. It's great. It's the thing it's missing is total fuel to the end, so that you can do the math while you're driving of how much is a full tank, how much do I need to get to the end of the race, even though I'm only 10 laps in, and can I fuel save enough to cut a fuel stop out? They miss that whole thing completely, and the guy doesn't seem to understand that that's something that other series do. He races IMSA, whatever, the sports cars, and that's not a thing there, because in a 2.5 hour race, who cares? It's really important in IndyCar. One day maybe. All right. How many people are in this in the Richmond race already? Hey, iRacing, why are you not? Oh, there it is. Oh wait, is this the sprint, or is this the full? How many laps are you? Track info. Series info. I hate this new overlay. No, not series result. Series... No. Track info. Schedule. There we go. Schedule will tell me laps. Where are we? I'm so lost. What day is it? 120. Okay, so this is not the sprint. Okay, so this is the one I want to do. But no one's in it yet because it just opened up. Oh yeah, right. That's how I tell the difference, right? Why don't they just say? Well, I guess technically it does say IndyCar Series Fixed, IndyCar Series. They should call it IndyCar Series Open. Really. So yes, this one is going to be like 20, whatever the sprint length is, right? 49 laps. That'd be a short race. Let me do mental conversion. 24 Celsius to Fahrenheit. Yeah, it was 75 degrees the entire race. It was, well, because it was completely overcast, Nick. Like the whole race, it was heavy overcast the whole time. And even now, it's 20. Well, it's ended by the end. It's 20. It's dropped to 23. It was 24, and then I think just as the race was winding up, it dropped to 23. So, all right. If Richmond goes official, I'll be back. I call it Auto Club. That's it's how I think you call it how you first watched the track. I think that's how people do it, right? Like whatever a track was called in the 90s is what I call the track. I'm old. All right, I will be back in 15 minutes if we go official. I have to go to the bathroom. Thanks for jumping in, guys. I hope this was informative. Don't mind me. I'm just going to knock that all over the. Woo! Look there. Hang on. There's. Hang on. This must show up, right? Oh no, I've got this in replay mode. Here, I'll. Scene. Ugh. There's crew chief. No wait, I keep calling it crew chief. Sim racing apps. Yeah. There's the fuel thing. The only thing I use on that. Woo, down. One day I'm gonna get that. It was guys were making it. It was very tight, unless you got away. Which we got away in the final sprint, and we only got away because they didn't anticipate us going early. Which again is not something you would normally do at Pocono. Because if you go early at Pocono and the guy behind you is on it, he will pass you quickly. All right. I'll be back on in a bit. If not in 15 minutes, in 2 hours.